I ended up receiving a pretty big injury from baseball and broke my ankle pretty seriously and developed a condition called compartment syndrome. I was told that I would never really run again, let alone walk. Being told that you might not ever run again, and then telling myself that I'm going to prove whatever doctor told me that I can't run again wrong. I'm Wyatt, SCHEELS expert, and I just want to tell you a little bit about my story and how I got into running. I grew up around running. My older brothers, they did 5Ks, 10Ks, so I was always around it, observing and just kind of cheering them on. As I got older, I got more into sports. I grew up playing baseball, football, and wrestling. Not very high distance running. My sports career continued, and I ended up receiving a pretty big injury from baseball. I was slid into at second base and broke my ankle pretty seriously and developed a condition called compartment syndrome, which is pretty much where your muscle tissue in the inside of your foot is decaying at itself. I ended up losing all the muscle tissue in my left ankle. I was told that I would never really run again, let alone walk. Be told that you would really never run or walk, it sucks. You go into a really dark hole and a really dark mental space. It started a little bit here, is just going from moving your toes every day, and then it was to moving your ankle, and then taking a step, and then you're walking, and then from there it became a jog, and then from there it was running. And I found a passion and a love for it. So from there I started to run probably 3-4 times a week, nothing super serious, and started to say, hey, I'm gonna do a 5K. It's just something very small to say I can do it. And did a 5K, did it with a couple buddies. Then I had just the weird thought in my head. I was talking to my fiance one day and I said, hey, I'm gonna do a full marathon. She's like, you've never even trained for a half marathon. How are you gonna do a full marathon? And I said, well, I'm just gonna do it. Very similar to how my doctor said you can't do this, is I'm going to go and do something. So I ended up training. One of my bosses from SCHEELS told me, hey, this is what I do, and I started to run with him. And just kind of, we went out running and training and getting ready for it, and then I completed my first marathon in October of 2022. Super fun. It wasn't about speed or for fast pace or anything, it was just to say I did it. And that was the coolest thing that I could probably have done in my running career, is to say that I did complete a full marathon when I was once told that I would probably never be able to walk again. So my next goal is to do the Dallas full marathon. My goal is to just go a little bit faster. So my previous time was 8-minute, 15-second splits. My goal is to now do 7:45 splits, just to be a little bit faster. I'm not trying to qualify for anything. Again, it's more or less to just improve and get better from my standpoint, and just to continue to get a little bit better every day and every session that you run, just to continue to improve yourself. For somebody who has maybe been told that they can't do something, or that they have a little bit of hesitancy with themselves, is just to do it for yourself. A lot of times with this day and age is we want to do it for other people around us, but when you really see the big picture of wanting to do it for yourself, that's when it becomes more rewarding. When you complete whatever your goal is, 5K, 10K, or full marathon, and to say that you did it when you cross the finish line for yourself, that's when it becomes the most rewarding.
Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang